For a movie featuring Keanu freaking Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog,
You're breathtaking!
I'm pretty shocked that most of the Sonic community's focus for the third Sonic movie seems to be on whether or not Amy Rose will appear in the threequel. From IMDb listings, behind-the-scenes images, and rumors galore, we are covering the major evidence and speculation about whether or not Amy Rose will be showing up. I'm Slippy, and these are 5 reasons why Amy Rose will appear in Sonic Movie 3. Number 5, an Amy Rose leak. Let's get started straight away with something Connor from SLUURP covered in his video that deep dived into every single character that would be appearing in Sonic Movie 3. Link in the description for that one. So to recap, some of what was discussed about Amy Rose. A leaker in the movie space has made quite the name for himself in the Sonic community, going by the Twitter handle @CineUnfold. This leaker has tweeted several times that Amy Rose will 100% be in Sonic Movie 3, first stating, "I last heard that Amy Rose would be making her first appearance in this film, and I think we just found out who will be voicing her. I'd be surprised if it were a different role." Of course, all of this has to be taken with a rather large grain of salt, as we don't know a massive amount about the leaker, but if it gives me Amy hope, I'm sticking with it. Number 4, Tails conspiracy. Now this story is kinda crazy and makes us look like complete and utter conspiracy theorists, but hey, that's why you clicked on this video, right? So yeah, first we need to head over to the Twitter account for Sonic 1 News, which actually seems to be a pretty good place for Sonic movie news. They tweeted just a few days ago that a fan named Harry Butcher had a chance to talk with Tails' voice, actress Colleen O'Shaughnessy at MCM Comic Con. Now, the fan actually tried to ask a few questions when he met Colleen. When asked if Sonic 3 would be the final movie, Colleen apparently said this would not be the case. But the reason you are all here, when Harry asked Colleen about Amy appearing, she couldn't comment, but she smiled about it. Now, conspiracy theorists and Sonic nutjobs everywhere believe that this smile is confirmation that our girl Amy is going to be swinging that Pico Pico hammer in the 3rd installment. Now, obviously that's insane, and we'd never endorse something like this. To be honest, we don't even know if this Harry Butcher is even a real person, or if he ever really did meet Colleen. Oh my god. It happened. And she's smiling. Oh my god! Amy Rose in Sonic Movie 3 confirmed. Also, Sonic 4 confirmed. Number 3, the entire crew has discussed it. On the topic of cast members discussing new debuting characters, the question of Amy Rose has floated for quite a while now. Colleen herself has previously said she'd love for the pink hedgehog to show up.
I would love to see Amy come in at some point.
But this isn't the only cast member who has discussed Amy Rose's appearance.
I mean, maybe they'll bring somebody like Amy.
The cast is definitely pushing for Amy to show up in this movie franchise, but they aren't the only members of the crew that have commented on her. Sonic writers Pat Casey and Josh Miller teased that a certain pink hedgehog might make an appearance. As Games Radar reports, during the event, the duo was asked several questions about Sonic 3. Obviously, they couldn't answer all the questions or give too much away, but they still hinted at some possible inclusions in the film, specifically Amy Rose. While the two couldn't say for sure whether the fan-favorite hedgehog would show up in the film, they did offer some hope. Instead of a flat-out no to the question, the pair said things were in the works. At the time, the film was still in the early stages of development, so it makes sense that they didn't want to give any definitive answers. Even still, it seems like the writers know what fans want and are working hard to achieve that. That's a point in the Amy Rose to appear jar. Number 2, Sofia Pernas. So this piece of news comes from IGN, back in February 2024, where they exclusively revealed a whole host of new additions would be joining the cast of Sonic Movie 3. We now know who a lot of the new additions will be playing, but there is one name that is still the spotlight of much fan speculation online, and that is Sofia Pernas. Many fans online believe that Sofia Pernas has been brought in to play Amy Rose herself, with a now taken down and debunked IMDb listing even supporting this idea. Other fans in the community, however, think Sofia can't be playing Amy because her voice just isn't a match. The channel CJ Puppet actually did a really great video animating Amy Rose to match Sofia's voice.
One of my favorites was I was at a Y&R fan event and this man approached me and he was like, I need to tell you a story because I think I was prophesied to marry you. And I was like, go on.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. was like,
It's different, but I do think it kind of works. I mean, she would likely tweak things slightly, but if they go with Sofia, I wouldn't be mad. I'd also recommend checking out the rest of CJ Puppet's video and the rest of their animated series. We'll link them in the description. Some have argued that maybe Sofia is too small of an actress to bring in to play Amy. You know, they have Idris for Knuckles, Keanu for Shadow, and each time they announce these castings, there is a bunch of promo and hype. So I guess the argument is the same could be said for Amy's eventual casting. I guess you could say that at some point, maybe the budget of these movies will be out of control with the amount of high-profile actors they are casting. But I don't know. What do you all think about this? Do you see her as Amy? Let me know down below. Number 1. Sonic Adventure 2. I think perhaps the strongest piece of evidence that we'll see Amy Rose in Sonic Movie 3 is the fact that this will be an adaptation of Sonic Adventure 2. Now, we know this isn't going to be a 1.1 retelling, but even still, you'd think a fairly important figure like Amy Rose will need to be a part of this story. I think what is most important about Amy being here is her role in Shadow's redemption. My headcanon has always thought that Shadow sees a little bit of Maria in Amy. This would work so well in a cinematic adaptation, and I think this is something we 100% need to see in an adaptation of Sonic Adventure 2. Weaving Amy Rose into the movie adaptation will immediately be a tricky job as she has never met Sonic and the crew before, but I think you could easily do some flashbacks to build up that history that reveals Amy Rose and Sonic used to be friends and play together as kids when Sonic lived with Longclaw and the Owl crew. I don't know, think of it kinda like when Simba and Nala reconnect in Lion King. Oh my holy frick, goddamn! But for now, that is all the evidence, leaks, rumors, and speculation we have surrounding Amy Rose's involvement in Sonic Movie 3. After hearing all of these, I've got to hear from you guys. Do you think Amy Rose will be showing up in the threequel? Or perhaps this has made you less sure? Any and all thoughts, leave them in the comment section down below. I'm Slippy, and I'll see you later, losers.